Alright guys, I haven't posted in a while because I've been sorting out the Corolla. Now, pretty much, and I'll show you a couple clips, I wasn't really focused on filming, I just wanted to get the motor all together and running, which it is now. But what happened is, with the stock small bore head I was running, I was kind of a little bit ambitious and over-ambitious, tried running too much compression with those Wiseco pistons, and that was my main issue, just running way too much compression. It was popping head gaskets the moment it would fire up. So what I did is I had some low compression pistons hanging around when I previously bought the car and tore that motor down. Threw all those internals in, buttoned it all back up. And it actually runs great. Timing's still off. When you go to give it some gas, it just backfires and falls on its face. But other than that, we'll fix that today. If I'm running too much crankcase pressure, it just fucked the oil pressure sender up, and I happen to have a spare, so hopefully that'll work. So for today's video, we're going to drive it around. We are going to talk about future plans and all that other good stuff, and I still have to paint it and do the T3 harness bar and all that good stuff, so you're not missing out on too much. I didn't film too much of the engine teardown and rebuild. I wanted to, but I got it done in a night. I took the thing out, ripped it down, put it all together, threw it back in. Now it runs. So got all that done, and yeah, so today's video we're going to replace oil pressure sender. We're going to try to get the timing dialed in and the idle dialed in and take it for a few passes up the road, so we can start breaking this thing in. So let's get to it. Okay. So, back from work. Gonna get to work on the Corolla. Picked up an extra fan, so I have two, because one little dinky fan isn't going to do anything. It already isn't doing anything. So, yeah, let's get this manifold off, which we'll talk about, or a little later in the video. We'll talk about what I'm doing with this, because you guys haven't seen this yet. So the carb's back on it, start it up, hopefully it's in time. I'm going to fill this radiator with just water for now, because I don't have any coolant, and I don't want to waste any coolant. Alright, got the two fans hooked up, and I moved my oil cooler. Looks like that. Pretty fucking sick. Got another fan hidden in here. Just gotta wire them back up. Move my oil cooler to a much sturdier spot. Running. Idling good. So it looks like swapping those other pistons didn't work out in my favor. Time it just a little bit, but should be able to drive it today. Every time I touch this car, it rains. So, let's get it in the garage and continue working on it. So, on the older Japanese engines, when you want to run these universal style oil pressure gauges, you need this little adapter here. See, the gauge is screwed into this. It's because they used a weird Japanese thread. It's not like a pipe thread or anything weird like that, or anything normal like that. It's a weird Japanese thread. So, and Juku offers it. It's only a few bucks. So instead of just forcing it in there like I have done before, it's just pick it up from them. So I can't really see why this thing would be bad other than, yeah, it's rated for 100 psi, and I think I went over that when I had all that coolant pressure going through there, and it just fucked it up. So I wouldn't doubt if this thing's just no good anymore. But I don't know. We'll test this new one out. Take it out of the little gauge pod, this is what happens. So when I push it in and it presses against the wires, it wants to work. So I just got to find out which wire is loose, because it's none of the butt connectors or anything like, well, it could be a butt connector, but it's none of the spade connectors or anything. But at least I know it works, so I don't have to buy another one. Alright, so what I'm doing now, I'm pretty much just letting it warm up, get up to operating temp. Right now I'm not running a thermostat because the one I was running was brand new, but for some reason it wasn't flowing properly. And so it really only gets up to around 140. Gone a little bit above that with test driving, but let it get up to its current operating temp, then I'm going to try timing it again. I want to adjust the idle first because I've been trying to adjust the timing to get the idle speed proper, and it's apparently not working, so I'm going to get the idle proper and then adjust timing after. That's where I think it should be. Because every time I actually put load on it, if I go to drive it up the street, it just doesn't want to move. And even right now it's idling really rough. The whole car is kind of shaking, but we'll get there. Okay. It's finally nice outside, but we kind of came to some sort of conclusion yesterday about why this thing isn't running good. It's basically due to the back carburetor. For some reason it's just dumping fuel in. The spark plugs are covered in gas, and that's why it's been all smoky lately, and can't figure out why it's dumping fuel. We checked the float level. The float level's fine. So going to take it apart and see if we can't figure anything out. The jets didn't look weird or anything, but yeah, we'll do some inspections right now, see what happens. Okay. taking a short break to do a little bit of research on my carbs, see if I can't find any sort of information on the inner balls about why that one carb, because I can't find anything that would make it just shove gas into those back two cylinders. So, a little bit of research, hopefully I'll figure something out. Okay, after a little bit of tuning, it's still idling really lean. It's popping out of the carbs and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to richen up the idle circuit, just the idle jets, and then take some timing off to kind of equal it out, and hopefully it won't be popping and backfiring, and especially backfiring out of the carbs. So yeah, we'll try that out, see how it works. So, got my distributor off here. I'm thinking my main issue has something to do with this, because Mama, you're ruining my video. Yeah, I know. You can stay there, but could you, like, shut the fuck up for a while? Yeah. Okay, so there are these little dimples here. Let me get you in the light. There's one here, and then there's one on the actual shaft, the rotating part. Now, when you're stabbing the distributor or installing it, those have to line up, and then the rotor should be facing just at around cylinder 1 here, kind of like this. Then you put the cap on, you start the car, you have to time it. You have a good time. When I line up those marks, like so, okay, both lined up, I'm way the fuck over here with the rotor. So I think at one point this thing was torn apart and flipped around. It's only, the lighting in here stinks, there's a screw there and a screw on this side. And you can take that assembly out and flip it around. So I'm going to do that. And hopefully that will put me here with everything lined up. And I can fucking drive this car. Move the car in the garage. Put the camera down to get a few things done that I needed to get done. I sorted out the issue with it not wanting to run, can't time it, all that good stuff. Pretty much my camshafts were 180 degrees out. So I took the cams out, put it on the correct compression stroke and all that stuff. So now it revs up real fast. It wants to do all that good stuff. Sorry I didn't really get it on film. I just needed to get it done. Now I actually have to really time it. I picked up a bunch of good stuff. I got some new wheels, some nice wheels, with some fresh Dunlop DZ102s, which is like best tire for the money. Picked up some burners, just some wheels with some alright tread on them. Other steely burners. I'm getting ready to drift, no matter what. Put some fresh oil in it, filter, new plugs. Sorted out the air box finally, so this is on. I got a little intake going, unfiltered of course, because I'm smart, but I think it looks alright. I got to sort out these Supra turn signals and get them in actually in right now. They're just pressed in. Bulbs don't want to stay in. Let's see. Got a new exhaust here. This is the muffler. I had to kind of make a gasket because I didn't have any extra gaskets hanging around. I got the new cat delete pipe and mid pipe on. I was just going to leave it no muffler with the turn down like it was, but I didn't like the way it sounded, so for the rest of this video, get the muffler portion of the exhaust on, open the garage door, let it warm up, and time it, and then I've got some stuff I need to get some heat shield on some of these wires, which will be cleaned up in the future, because I also have a new MSD box, so this one will be going away. It's old, and it's not like it doesn't work, it's just the wiring for it is just really shitty. And this new, with the digital 6AL with a rev limit on it, it actually has a harness so you can unplug, and I'll probably put it in the car somewhere. And then I got to adjust the ride height and finally do the alignment on the front end of this thing. But main part for the rest of this video now, muffler on, time it, take it for a drive. Okay, so I had to disconnect the mid pipe because I wasn't lining up for some reason. That's what I get for an eBay exhaust. That's somewhere where it's going to sit. It's going to be a little bit further that way. It's just kind of hanging out, which is annoying at the moment, but it's an over-axle design. I got this bolted up here. Now I just got to bolt those two up. I should be good, and then from there I can start it up and see what it sounds like, and then start tuning and timing and all that good shit. And at the same time, we're working on this thing. We got the new lower support in, new OEM radiator. It's all bolted on. All of this sludge is still in her engine, so we're gonna have to do a couple cycles of water and heating it up because it's really bad in there. So, but that's good. Gotta do an oil change on that and finish putting the tension rod brackets and all that crap back on. So I'm more focused on this. Alright, got the exhaust all finished up. Still super loud, but it sounds pretty good. The muffler. That's where it's gonna sit. It's a little funky with having no bumper on it, but doesn't look terrible. Doesn't stick out too far or anything weird. I like the angle that it comes out. So now we just got to get it to idle, or at least idle well enough to start timing it. And it seems to want to rev up really quick, which is really nice. No weird backfires or anything, so we'll get it to where it wants to idle, time it, and then we'll take it for a test run. Good man. We did a thing. Hold that. Okay.
Real race car.
Little race car.
Little race car.
Oh, I gotta
Real race car.
Dude, these things keep coming loose.
Little race car.
Don't beat that. There we go.
This thing shut off, is that alright?
Yeah.
Well, go that way.
Just drive?
Yeah, whatever.
Dude, it fucking runs! Ow! I'm in fourth gear for the first time in like 8 months. I don't know like what's loose or not.
Fucking little burn ski.
Oh, the guy motor's lost it. I needed to line it really hard. Still got a breaker and a tidbit. How's it gone? For temperature.
You get a thermostat, nigga.
Let's see when we get up here if it wants to idle. Ah. Doesn't want to die.
Alright, there it is. It's running. Like, down the road. Doesn't want to stall or anything weird. So I gotta put the air box and all that crap back on. But tonight, I'm done. This video is done, finally. If you couldn't tell, it happened over multiple days. It took me like a month to finish this video. Hopefully I'll be putting out a lot more frequent videos. Once the motor is broken in, I tried doing a couple little teeny dump clutch kicks, like dumping the clutch a little bit, lacking a little bit of power still. It has 3 miles on the motor, and I gotta adjust the timing just a little bit. But pretty much what was happening, apparently these Weber carbs need a shitload timing. And by shitload I mean 38 degrees before top dead center. So what I did, I didn't even put a timing light on it today. I took my distributor and I just fucking cranked it to full advance, and then we adjusted the idle speed from the carbs from there. And it idles right where we want it to. It's actually still warm. It idles where we want it to. Revs up real quick. Like I said, it's lacking just a little bit of power still, so I gotta mess with the timing just a little bit. But now I can actually start breaking it in, really breaking it in, and drifting it. So, before I put it on the road, which will hopefully be by next Wednesday. It is Monday. Actually, ooh, holy shit. By next Wednesday, I'm hoping to have it done and on the road. So it's Monday now. I'm giving myself a little over a week. What I have to do, I'm not worrying about the roof for now because it's like this dark gray color. I'll just keep it that for now. I might even vinyl wrap the top of it white or black and just keep it like that. But I need to. I've prepped this side a little bit. I need to prep the door, the trunk, and by the taillights. I want to get all of that painted. Like I said, for now I'm keeping the front black and the back half of the car this blue, which you can't see because it's not in the light anymore. That's why I pulled it in this way. So when I'm painting, it's in the light. I got to do that. I still have to put the hydro handbrake in. Just as that comes, I'll do it. I gotta do an alignment on the front and drop the back a little bit. And I have another very, very, very expensive thing coming in for this, which makes me a little bit happier that it's running now. I'll keep that a secret. Like I said, I got the harness bar, I got the ISR handbrake I got to throw in, I got a Sweet Piper Cross airbox. But yeah, so we'll send it out now. We'll catch you on the next video. Like I said, we're really going to be driving this thing next time. I'm pretty pumped I got to drive it for the short amount of time I did today before it got dark and started raining. And we'll mess around with the timing a little bit more and do the alignment so we can actually do a long drive and really break this thing in. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for the patience. We'll see you on the next video.